increases. Letter B, density decreases. Letter C, density stays the same. Or letter D, density drops to absolute zero. Ano sagot natin for your number 3? Ano sagot natin for number 3? Number 3, ayan, ang dami nagre-reply. Oh, sorry, hindi ko nakita. Okay, number 3, letter, yan, letter B, majority is letter B. Letter B, bumaba. Okay, correct. Density is decreases, no? Correct. Number 3, letter B. Bakit, no? Kasi your grid, no? Ano ba yung primary function of your grid, no? It is absorb, scatter, radiation, no? To prevent that scatter radiation reaching the film. Kasi sabi natin kanina, as we already established, that your scatter radiation decreases your contrast. At the same time, it induces, no? Ano bang parte niya sa ating film, no? It produces, no? Excessive density. Usually kasi, no? Your scatter radiation, if hindi, kung mapunta man siya sa ating film, wala naman siya masyadong importance when it comes to your diagnostic value. And at the same time, if yung scatter radiation na yun, napunta naman sa ibang tissue specific or ibang tao, no, it only contributes to their annual radiation dose. So usually, we wanted to eliminate scatter radiation talaga. So in this case, sabi natin, if you increase, no, yung ating grid ratio, mas higher clean up yung ating grid for your scatter. Therefore, lesser scatter. And sabi ko nga kanina, no, your scatter contributes to density or the overall blackening of your film. So, mas mataas ang ating scatter radiation clean up, of course, your density decreases. So, the best answer for your number three, sorry, is letter B. Okay, sabi natin number 4. Sabi natin, high contrast contains how many shades of gray? Is it letter A, many shades of gray? Letter B, no shades of gray. Letter C, few shades of gray. Or letter D, infinite shades of gray. Anong sagot natin for number 4? Number 4, ayan, thank you so much for those who are participating, no, sa ating chat box, no, at and I'm assured na may nakikinig, no, and nagpa-participate. Okay, sabi natin, majority of you guys answer letter C. Tama ba yun? Okay, correct. That is letter C, no? For your number 4, it is letter C, no? So, pag sabi kasi natin contrast, no, like, let's define contrast in general, no, without the attachment of principles of imaging. Pag sabi kasi natin contrast, yung kumbaga contrast, pinagkaiba, no? But in terms of your under your principles of imaging, no, under the radiology subject na talaga. Pag sabi kasi natin contrast, like for example in our hand radiography, no, usually ano bang kita sa ating hand, no? We have your bones, tissue, and also your air, no. Your bones has a high atomic number, therefore it absorbs most of the radiation. So anong appearance niya sa ating image? Of course, maputi, no, yung ating buto. Kapag naman sa ating tissue, hindi siya ganun kataas when it comes to your absorption of your X-ray. Therefore, anong image appearance niya sa ating film, medyo gray, no? Yung for your tissue equivalent, no? For your air, of course, less dense, less compact, no? Therefore, ang ating image sa ating film, no? Ang representation ng air is usually black. So we have your black, gray, and also your white. So few shades of those colors actually, or shades of gray, the different shades of color, constitute to your high contrast, no? Doon naman papasok yung tinatawag nating low contrast. So the many shades of gray that we have, no, constitute to your low contrast. In terms of high and low contrast, no, sinasabi natin, it doesn't necessarily mean na pag sinabi natin high contrast, meaning it is best, no, or mas maganda siya compare sa ating low contrast. No, always remember that we're just explaining, no, yung ating relationship with when it comes to your high and low contrast. When it comes to your high contrast, usually it is applied saan, no? So for example, sa ating mga extremities, upper and lower extremities radiograph, no? For example, sa ating hand and lower feet, wala ka naman masyadong kailangan i-image kundi sa ating bones, no? Bones and a little bit of tissue. Pero for example natin, for your low contrast, ang ginagamitan natin yan, for example, your abdominal radiographic examination, no? We have your upright and supine. Kasi even though hindi natin kita yung ating internal organs sa ating abdominal area, sa ating x-ray, though, that many shades of gray still constitute to your diagnostic value. That is radiographic information pa din, yung mas maraming shades of gray na yun, no? So, depende sa kung ano ang gagamitin mong type of examination. Kung ano ba ang nire-require. Is it high contrast or low contrast? Ang point lang natin dito is that high contrast doesn't really mean, no, na it is better than your low contrast. So it really depends on the application sa ating clinical setting. But again, when it comes to high contrast, sabi natin, high contrast contains fewer shades of gray. Okay. Okay, number 5, no? Sabi natin, what is the primary method for adjusting display contrast with digital imaging system? Is it letter A, changing the focal spot size? Letter B, window width manipulation? Letter C, adjusting the target? Letter D, altering the position? Sige, letter number 5. Okay, most of you guys answer letter B. Okay, correct. That is window width. No, yung window width manipulation is a type of actually your post processing under your digital imaging system. One of the advantages of our digital imaging system compared to your normal screen film or analog system. No, we have your window width. Or for example, nag-examination ka and then hindi maganda yung masyadong contrast na meron tayo. We can manipulate that no, through your post processing, your window width manipulation. Pag sinabi natin window level, ano naman yung ina-adjust natin pag window level o yung WL na ating pinag-uusapan? Ano yung ina-adjust natin pag window level? Okay, sabi ng, okay, correct. That is your brightness, no? So brightness. Okay, correct, no? So changing, no? Again, your focus size has nothing to do with contrasting kasi sabi natin sa letter A, no? Pero walang connect po si ating focus size kay ating contrast. When it comes to your target distance and also your patient positioning, wala rin siya masyadong kinalaman. So the best answer for your number 5 is letter B. So sabi natin, number 6, how do intensifying screens affect the contrast of a film image? Is it letter A, create a lower contrast image? Letter B, create a higher contrast image? Letter C, they remove image density? Or letter D, they cause architectural distortion? Ang sagot natin for number 6. So majority of you guys answer letter B. No? Ayan, letter B, letter B, letter B, letter B. Okay, correct. Okay, correct. For number 6, it is letter B. No, by the book kasi, no, there's a different description when it comes to your direct film. And for your number 5, Sir Abutazil, it is letter B, no? Letter B po, number 5. Okay, thank you po sa mga nag-answer. Okay, so okay, going back, no, number 6, sabi natin, it is letter B. They create higher contrast image, no? By the book kasi, your screen film and also your direct film, no? Pag sinabi kasi natin screen film, the one that exposes the film is your light, no, from your intensifying screen, no? Pag sinabi naman natin direct film, ang nag-expose mismo sa ating film is the X-ray photon itself, no? So between the two, your screen film, no, the one that is exposed to light, creates more higher contrast compared sa ating direct film na na-expose lang sa X-ray. So therefore, ang ating sagot for number 6, no, is letter B, no? Higher contrast image when it comes to your usage of your intensifying screen to the contrast of your film. Okay, correct. Letter B. Okay, for number 7, triple pin screen frame is up. Direct film, Ma'am Viray, direct film po. We have two types of film. Yung isa, na-expose natin using intensifying screens so that emit light po. Yung isa, diretso through exposure to X-ray. Okay, number 7. If an exposure places film density on the toe or shoulder of the HAB curve, the slope is, ano sagot natin? Number 7. Number 7, sagot natin. Okay, correct. It is not steep, no? So for those, no, na hindi pa nakakaalam or hindi pa nare-recall, no, yung ating HND curve, no? So ayan, so drawing tayo ng simple graph of your HND curve. So we have your, sa ating x-axis, we have your, ano ba to? Okay. Okay. So we have your, in your y-axis, we have your density and also sa ating, ang hirap magsulat. Okay, sa ating exposure, for your x-axis, we have your exposure. So exposure tayo dito. And also density tayo for your y-axis, no? So usually you have parts of your ating HND curve, no? So this one constitute to your toe area, no? Toe area. And also yung pinakataas natin, shoulder, no? Shoulder. Sa ating middle part, no, yung gitna between the two is yung ating tinatawag na straight line portion, no. Sa ating shoulder part, no, nagkakaroon tayo ng data point sa ating shoulder part kapag yung ating light sa ating intensifying screen has more exposure to the film, creating more denser, no? Mas maitim na ating image compare sa inyong toe region. Kasi pag sinabi naman natin yung toe region, pag na-plot yung detail, no? Yung ating point sa ating toe region, meaning to say there's no such interaction sa ating intensifying screen light to the film. Therefore, ang image appearance na is maputla or underexposed. Pag sinabi naman natin shoulder, most of the image ng mapuproduce natin dyan is overexposed because of the gravity of the exposure ng light sa ating film constitutes to your denser image. Pag sinabi naman natin straight line portion, ito yung gusto natin. Kumbaga, it represents, no, the dito, it represents, no, the accurate film density. Ito rin yung merong majority, no, ng meron tayo na gusto natin, no, at dito natin makikita yung diagnostic value ng isang film, no. So gusto natin dapat yung ating mapu-plot na image is babagsak sa ating straight line portion kasi it holds, no, the most accurate film density, yung totoong itim ng ating film. At the same time, it holds most of the diagnostic value when it comes to your interpretation of your film. No? By the way, yung HND curve, yung tinatawag natin Herter and refilled curve. No? Again, for your y-axis, it shows the density. And for your x-axis, it represents your exposures. No? So, okay tayo for your number 7. Clear po ba? Clear? Clear? Clear tayo sa number 7? Okay. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, number 8, sabi natin, what type of contrast is defined as the range of differences in the intensity of X-ray beam after it has passed through the subject? Is it letter A, image receptor, letter B, film contrast, letter C, subject contrast, or letter D, display contrast? Ano sagot natin, number 8? Okay, so majority of you answer letter C. No, sinaba ang sagot. How about the others? Ano sagot natin, number 8? Okay, letter C. Okay, correct. It is letter C. Pag sinabi kasi nating subject contrast, no, unlike your image contrast and also yung image receptor contrast and also the contrast of your film to direct film, your subject contrast cannot be manipulated. Bakit? Kasi yung subject contrast is inherent po sa ating pasyente kung ano yung build na yung thickness and also how it absorbs radiation. Nakadepende yon sa tao and face-to-face basis ng ating pasyente. So therefore, the differences of intensity of X-ray beam after it passes through the subject is called your subject contrast, no? So of course, sabi ko nga kanina, hindi mo yan mamanipula kasi it is inherent sa ating pasyente mismo o sa tao, sa object na meron, no? Hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin na, sir, medyo maputi yung image so magpangnipis ka ng onte. Hindi mo naman pwede sabihin and hindi mo manipula yung ating subject contrast. Unlike yung image contrast na pwede natin for your post-processing such as with a window, width and window level. So the best answer for your number 8 is letter C, your subject contrast. Number 9, photons has higher energy, have greater ability to do what to body tissue? Is it letter A, magnify, letter B, penetrate, letter C, deflect, or letter D, increase in density? Ano sagot natin for number 9? Ano sagot natin number 9? Ayan. Ayun na sila, ang keyboard warriors. Letter B daw. Okay. Walang gusto mag-A, ayaw niya mag-magnify. Pwede naman. Okay. For number 9, it is letter. Ay, ang daming B naman ni Aguilar here, Mark, no? Batch 5, ilang bito? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oo, sige, binasagot mo. Okay, for number 9, it is letter B. Of course, sabi natin kanina, we already established now yung quality natin ng ating X-ray has, ano po, ayan. Now, so the higher the energy of your X-ray photon, the higher also the penetrating ability of that X-ray. Opo, B po ang sagot. Ang daming binanong. Okay, letter B, no? So, of course, magnify, hindi. Your X-ray ba natin nagde-deflect? Nagde-deflect, kaya mo bang i-refract yung X-ray natin? Of course, it doesn't change yung kanyang direction, no? So, straight lang ang ating direction ng ating X-ray and in the movement ng speed of light. Ano BBM? Ba't may BBM diyan? Wala mong BBM tayo. Okay, so ang sagot natin for best answer natin for number 9 is letter B, your penetrate. Okay, sabi natin number 10, which of the following can cause objectionable fog levels on the film? Is it letter A, high collimation, letter B, low level ionizing radiation, letter C, large source distance, or letter D, small focus spot size? Ano sagot natin? Letter, okay, so ayan, correct, no? Letter B. Letter B lang po. Wala tayong option ng ano, ng wave. Letter B, no? Of course, your low level ionizing radiation, no? So, okay, correct. Wala na iba. Okay. Okay, correct, no? So, letter B, ang ating best answer for number 10, no? So, of course, your focus spot size usually has a contribution, no, sa contribution ng ating detail and also your large source distance ating magnification as well. Pero pinag-uusapan kasi natin fog level. So the best answer natin for number 10 is radiation itself. So letter B. Number 11, what is the direct relationship between your KVP and contrast? Is it letter A, as KVP increases, contrast increases? Letter B, KVP increases, contrast decreases. As KVP decreases, contrast decreases, or KVP has no effect on the contrast. Ano sagot natin? Okay, 11, BBB, puro B, no? Letter B. Letter B daw siya. Okay. Letter B. Letter B nga ba? Wait lang for a while. 11. Okay. It is letter. Okay, it is letter B, no? As KVP increases, contrast decreases, no? Ano ba yung mga reasons, no? Paano tayo nagkakaroon ng scatter radiation, no? Of course, higher KVP, no? Pangalawa, we have your field size and also the patient thickness, no? As the KVP increases, your contrast decreases, and as KVP increases, the scatter production also increases. Sa ating field size, the larger the field size, of course, the more scatter radiation. Bakit? The larger the area, no, nang magkakaroon tayo ng interaction of our X-ray sa ating tissue, sa ating field of area ng ating pasyente, the more chances of more production of your scattering, no? At the same time, for mas makapal na patient, mas marami rin yung volume, of course, more interaction of the X-ray, more production of your scatter. Sa ating fields, apply din natin yung collimation. So the higher the collimation, the lesser the field size. Therefore, reduce scatter. Sa ating KVP, no? Sa ating KVP, as we increase the KVP, no? As we increase the KVP, your photoelectric and also your quantum scattering decreases. But between the two, no, your photoelectric decreases more, no? So mas nagiging dominant yung ating photon scattering. And if we double, no, yung ating KVP, the remnants, no, or yung matitirang probability of photoelectric to happen is 12.5% compared sa ating Compton scattering na 50%. So therefore, kung makita natin yung chances of the probability after increasing your KVP, mas mataas pa rin compare yung ating Compton compare sa ating photoelectric. So ang ating take lang dito is that mas dominant yung ating Compton scattering as we increases yung ating KVP. So again, as we already established, no, primary beam interacts with the tissues of your patient producing scatter radiation, no? So yung ating scatter radiation usually 0.1%, no, yung original intensity niya compared sa ating primary beam kasi nga it already interacts, no, sa tissues ng ating patient or ng ating object. So within that process, no, of course, gumastos na rin siya ng energy na to eject, no, yung electrons din sa ating pasyente. So therefore, decreases yung ating energy for your scatter compared sa ating mismong primary beam. Kasi yung primary beam natin is actually intended, no, to expose at para sa pasyente talaga yan. Pero yung scatter radiation na napuproduce, no, is usually ina-advise for your radiation protection to no further expose, no, yung other people. Kasi nga again, sabi nga natin kanina, your scatter radiation, no, wala siya masyadong diagnostic value when it comes to your film, and at the same time it just increases the radiation dose of the person or the patient. So for your number 12, sabi natin, number 12, besides contrast, kilovoltage also controls the amount of what type of radiation produced. Is it letter A, artificial, letter B, scatter, letter C, inherent, or letter D, beta decay? Of course, it is, ayan, kanina pa natin pag-uusapan, it is letter B, of course, your scatter radiation.
Okay, so for your number 13, how likely is it that the focal spot size will alter the contrast enough to be visible? No? Then is it letter A, no effect? Letter B, highly guaranteed? Or letter C, visible? Letter D, it depends on the type of examination. Ano sagot natin for number 13? Ano sagot natin? Number 13? A for, A for Alibo. Sir Alibo. Ayan, si Sir Romel. Ano ka? Sino yan? Si Kingsley? Okay, I see. Kingsley, kaya pala Sir Aliva. Okay. Okay, sagot natin is letter, of course, it is letter A. No, your focal spot size has no contribution, no, or any relation sa inyong contrast. No, your focal spot size, no, primarily sa ating detail. No, so the larger the focal spot size, the larger also the penumbra, no, na mapuproduce using that size. No, so of course, the lesser or mas maliit yung focal spot size, mas maliit din yung penumbra na mapuproduce natin. No, yung that penumbra is actually the area of unsharpness that degrades your detail. No, so mas malaki yung ating penumbra, the lesser, no, yung ating detail, yung ating spatial resolution. So the best answer for your number 13 is letter A, no effect. Okay, 14. When you increase collimation, what happens to the radiographic density? Is it letter A, increases, letter B, stays the same, letter C, decreases, letter D, density fluctuates? Ano sagot natin? Number 14? Ang sagot? Letter. And majority of you guys answer letter C with capital and small letter C. Okay. C po, sabi ni Jones. Okay. Sino man si Jones? Okay. Ang sagot natin for your number 14 is letter C. Correct, no? Density decreases. Okay. For a while lang po. Okay, going back, no? Sabi natin 14. When you increase, no? Okay, when you increase collimation, so dun sa may mga correction, no, sa ibang numbers, ayan, babalikan na lang natin sila. Okay, babalikan natin. Okay, 14. Okay, 14 tayo. Atin 14, letter. Okay, correct. It is letter C, no? Density decreases, no? One of the main material na ginagamit din natin for collimation is lead, no, which absorbs radiation, no. So yung collimation importante natin to. Bakit? No, kasi it ano yun? Si daw po. Sabi ni okay, okay. Sabi natin collimation decreases density kasi it also absorbs X-ray photon and also creates outline or boundary sa mismong ating magiging field, no. Kaya nga we use collimation to decrease also the patient radiation dose and at the same time prevent the or lessen the scatter radiation, no. Kaya nga if lesser scatter radiation, of course, lesser density din sa ating image. So the best answer for your number 14 is letter C. Number 15, when you increase collimation, what happens to the radiographic contrast? Ayan, we already established. Ang sagot natin, letter C, no? Okay, correct. Sabi nga natin kanina, no, isa sa mga reason bakit meron tayong scatter radiations, no, sa ating librong busyong, no, we have your KBP, field size, and also the patient thickness. To control your field size, of course, we apply proper collimation. Now, question, if we increase collimation, what will happen to your field size? Is it increase or decrease? Higher collimation, what is the effect sa ating field size? Increase or decrease? Pag sinabi natin higher collimation, ano mangyayari sa ating field size? That is, okay, correct, that is decrease. So, mas nilitan mo yung inyong field size kasi nga nagtaas ka ng collimation. So, again, the higher the collimation, the better for your contrast and the lesser for your scatter radiation. Okay, malinaw po tayo doon? Clear po? Clear tayo? Clear sa relationships natin with your contrast, collimation, and also your scatter radiation. Okay. Sabi naman natin, number 16, no? yung initial X-rays using a 10 MAS. No? If the technician increases setting to 20 MAS, what happens to the radiographic density? Ano sagot natin for your number 16? What letter? Sagot natin? Letter? Okay, correct. That is letter B. Galit na galit sila sa B. Ayan, ang daming B. Okay. Okay, for your number 16, it is letter B. No? Of course, your MAS is the main contributing factor for the quantity of your X-ray. No? So, letter B lang po. Wala po tayong Beyonce. No? Okay, letter B. Sabi ko kanina, MAS, no? Main contributing factor for your X-ray quantity, no? Dami ng ating X-ray. So, the mas marami tayong X-ray, no? If therefore, mas marami din tayo magkakaroon ng IR exposure, no? So, the higher the IR exposure, of course, the denser, no? Yung ating image, mas maitim yung magiging ating image. So, therefore, mas nagtaas tayo ng MAS, mas maitim din yung ating image. So, ang sagot natin is letter B. It increases the density. Sa number 15 po, hindi po talaga yun C. Okay, anyway, going back. 17, no? If a technician changes from 100 speed film screen system to a 400 speed system, what happens to the radiographic density? Is it letter A, density decreases, letter B, density stays the same, letter C, density increases, or letter D, density turns black? Ano sagot natin? Okay, correct. That is letter C, density increases. No? So as we use higher RS or relative speed ng ating screen film system, the denser also the image. So usually, ina-apply natin to under your pahapyaw din sa ating radiation protection. No? Mas prefer natin yung higher speed system. Bakit? Kasi hindi ka na masyadong mag-factor. No? So, hindi ka na kailangan magtaas ng factor dahil mas maitim na yung capable na kaya ibigay ng inyong high-speed RS system. No? So ang downside lang nun, dahil hindi ka na masyado magpa-factor, possible din magkaroon tayo ng quantum model or yung ating grainy appearance sa ating image dahil sa insufficient MAS. Pero usually doon lang talaga naglalaro yung ating relationship. No? It's either you have a good quality image in the expense of your patient dose or mas na-save mo yung patient dose in the expense of quality of your image. Kasi pwede rin namang mas gumamit ka ng mababang speed at the expense of increasing your factor and also the patient dose. So usually doon lang sila naglalaro-laro. Pero when it comes to your sa ating density and also the speed, no, the higher the speed also, the higher the density of your image. So the best answer for your number 17 is letter C. So 18, when you increase the focal spot size, what happens to the recorded detail on the radiograph? Ano sagot natin, chat? Class, students, ano sagot natin, chat? Type your answer sa chat. Letter, ano letter tayo? Letter. Letter B, puro B, no? Okay, correct, no? As you increase your focal spot size, we already established this one, no? The higher, the larger also the production of your penumbra, no? So for example kasi, no? For example, like using your shadow and also the shapes lang. For example, this is your shadow ng, di ba nanginginig pa? Yung bilog, no? Yung bilog, no? So this is actually the actual representation of the anatomy. Yung area of unsharpness na tinatawag natin, this is your area of unsharpness, no? Nagkakaroon tayo ng penumbra. This is yung shadow na mismong anatomy natin and this is yung ating area of unsharpness. Kung parang extension siya pero blurry, it also degrades your detail of the image. So, the higher the focal spot size, no, of course, the higher the penumbra na mapoproduce din. So, the better, mas maliit yung ating focal spot size to salvage, no, to have a better detail kasi mas maliit din yung mapoproduce nating penumbra. So, ang sagot natin for number 18 is letter B, no? Detail decreases as the focal spot size increases. Okay, number 19, when technician increases the object to image receptor distance, what happens to the image distortion? Ang sagot natin, number 19? Ano sagot? Anong letter natin for number 19? Ayan, may nag-letter B. Sagot natin o the others. So majority of you answer. Ayan, letter C daw. Letter C. Okay, correct. Again, sa ginto, Sir, ginto? Ayan, letter, yes, letter B po. Ayan, take you po sa mga nag-answers. Okay, going back, number 19, sabi natin, OID. Ano sagot? Letter? Okay, correct. It is letter C, no? Distortion increases. Specifically, no, sa inyong distortion, ano yung nagiging effect, no, kapag mas mataas yung ating distance ng inyong object sa ating image receptor? Ano yung mismong specific? Kasi meron tayong types, di ba, sa ating distortion. We have your
Yun
size.
na lang.
Okay, correct. That is your magnification and your size distortion. For your shape distortion, we have your elongation and also your
Or just in one
shortening.
direction record ra.
Okay, again, Sir Joven, paki-mute po yung mic. If wala kayong questions, please turn off your mic. Okay. So again, when it comes to your magnification, no, mas big concern yung ating OID compare sa ating SID. No? But still, no, sa inyong detail at the same time distortion, always, no, general rule natin, no, maximize your SID and always shorten your OID. Kasi nga mas malapit yung ating object sa image receptor natin or yung the lesser the OID, the lesser the magnification, no, match 100% or mas malapit sa true, no, true anatomy representation, no, kasi nga mas malayo tayo sa ating IR, the magnification also happens, no. Okay, yes po. Pamute po ng mga walang questions, okay? So again, so sabi natin, maximize your SID and shorten your OID. So mas maganda na mas malapit yung ating part anatomy sa mismong ating image receptor. So ang sagot natin for your number 19 is letter C, no? Distortion increases as the OID increases. Okay, number 20. Ayun na, magsisolve na tayo. Okay, number 20. Anong sagot natin for your number 20? Ayan, si Gasita. No? Si Gasita nag-solve na siya. Okay. Okay, number 20. Ano sagot natin for your number 20? Sabi natin, a radiograph is taken using 20 MAS, no? 20 MAS. 20 MAS at a distance of 100 centimeter. If the distance is increased 200 centimeter, what new MAS value is needed to keep the same image density? So, anong sagot natin? It is letter, okay, correct. That is letter D, no? So, ang formula natin dito, yung tinatawag natin, direct square law, no? Direct square law, we have your MAS1 over MAS2, and multiplied by your SID1, SID2, no? So squared tayo dyan, no? So given, no? Sa base sa ating given, we have yung ating MAS1, we have your 20, no? Ang hinahanap natin is your MAS2, no? So MAS2 natin is X, no? So for your SID1, we have your 100. Yan. Then squared tayo, and also for your SID2, we have your 200 squared, no? So i-squared muna natin. Usually ako yung step ko dito, i-squared ko siya muna para mabilis, no? So 100 squared is actually 10,000, and also your 200 is 40,000, no? So cross multiplication lang, no? 20,000 20 times 40,000, and also yung sagot doon, i-divide mo lang siya kay 10,000, no? Yun yung ating shortcut. Pero you can manually isa-isahin naman sila, pero it's up to you kung paano yung process, no? Pero for the long method, papakita natin, we have your 20, 10,000, and also your 40, okay, no? So pag nag-times tayo ng 20 times your 40,000, that is 800, okay, no? So for dito naman, we have your 10,000. Ayan. So divides both sides by 10K. Ayan, 10K. So ang sagot natin is 80 MAS. So ang sagot natin for your number 20 is letter D, no? Your 80 MAS. Okay, is that clear? Malinaw po? Malinaw po ba, class? Okay. Okay. Moving on. No? Moving on tayo. Number 21, no? Sabi naman natin, so same process tayo, no? Iba lang natin yung distance. So sabi natin, okay, so yeah, let's solve pa din, no? So ano sagot natin for your number 21? Ano sagot natin for your number 21? Okay, correct. It is letter A, no? 10 MAS. Para dun sa mga hindi nakakuha, no? Let's solve po, no? Tingin sa board. Okay, so again, write your formula. And SID 1 SID, 2 square tayo. So base nating number 21, sabi yung initial natin is 40 MAS, no? So ang hinahanap pa rin natin is your MAS, no? Yung pangalawang MAS, no? So initial natin SID is 200, no? So squared din yan. Also 100, no? Yung pangalawang distance na ginamit. So therefore, pag in-squared natin yan, yung kanyang value is 40K and also your 10K, no? So again, cross multiplication pa din tayo, no? So cross multiplication. So if i-apply natin yung shortcut method natin kanina, no? Kung ano yung multiplication natin dito, i-divide mo lang siya dito, no? So 40 times so 40 times 10K. Ayan, 40 times 10K is 400K, no? So 400K mo naman, divide mo lang siya sa ating 40K. So, divide mo na siya sa 40K. Ang ating answer is 10 MAS. So, ang sagot natin is letter A. Okay, for your number 22, no? Sabi natin, using the 15% KVP rule, only adjusting the KVP, no? So, specific tayo, KVP lang daw ang babaguhin. What should be the new KVP? Ano sagot natin for your number 22? Number 22, ano sagot natin? Letter C, letter C, letter C, letter C. Yan. Okay, correct. No, it is letter C, your 81 kVp. So sabi natin, your initial kVp kasi is, for those sa mga hindi nakakuha, tingin sa screen, okay? So we have your initial, which is your 70 kVp. No? Sabi natin, kukunin natin yung 15% ng ating 70 kVp. And that is, so kung gagawin mo lang is 70 times 0.15. So that is your 15% of your 70, and that is actually specifically 10.5. So sabi natin kasi sa ating question, to increase image density. So anong gagawin natin? I-add ba natin to or subtract sa ating KVP? Okay, so we're going to add, no, yung ating, yan, okay, correct. Thank you, sir. Okay, Damalerio, okay, correct, no? So, i-add natin yung 15%, no, na kinompute natin to your original 70. So, 70 plus 10.5 is equal to 80.5, no? So, based sa ating options, ang pinaka-best answer, pinaka-malapit sa na meron tayong value is your letter C, your 81 kVp. So, ang sagot natin for your number 22 is letter C. Okay. Okay, moving on. Sabi natin, 23. So, same then. 15 kVp rule. Sabi natin, initial radiograph is taken using 80 kVp, no? And 10 MAS. To increase the image density using the 15% kVp rule by changing the kVp, what should be the new kVp? Okay, so sabi natin, initial is 80, no? So, 80 kVp tayo. No? Times natin 0.15. That is, ang sagot natin, anong 15% niya? That is 12, no? So 12 tayo. Okay. So sabi natin, increase pa din yung ating distance. So therefore, 12 plus the 80 is equal to 92. Yeah. So based sa ating option, anong pinakamalapit na sagot? That is letter D, your 93 kVp. So ang sagot natin for your number 23 is letter D. Okay, number 24, no? In film imaging, what specific effect does scatter radiation have on the HND characteristic curve? Is it letter A, lowers the shoulder region and increases the slope? It raises the base toe region and decreases the slope? It shifts the entire curve uniformly to the far right, or it flattens the shoulder? Ano sagot natin for number 24? Number 24, ang sagot natin? Sagot natin? Wait lang. Lalagay ko. Okay, for your number 24, the answer is letter B, no? For your number 24, it is letter B. Bakit? Kasi sabi natin, your scatter radiation decreases your contrast. Sabi natin sa letter B, no? It decreases the slope, no? The steeper yung ating HND curve, the higher the contrast. And sabi natin, it raises the base tow region. Kasi nga, your scatter radiation produces excessive density. So from tow region, it increases, no? So therefore, higher density or nag-contribute siya, no? To mas maitim na ating film. So the best answer is letter B, no? Number 20 for letter B. Okay, 25. Which part of the HND curve represents the area where the film has received proper exposure? Ano sagot natin for your number 25? It is natin 25. Okay, for your number 25, that is your straight line, no? Your straight line portion. Okay, 26, no? A baseline radiograph of the hand is captured using a technique using a 100 MAN and exposure time of 0.1 seconds. So calculate the total MAS. Anong sagot natin for number 26, no? Basic MAS solving, no? Number 26. Anong sagot natin for number 26? Letter 26. For your number 26, it is letter B, no? Your 10 MAS. So basically, all you have to do is multiply your MA and also the time given. So 100 times 0.1 seconds, no? So ang sagot natin dyan is 10 MAS. Okay? Letter B. Okay, for number 27, no? An imaging technique requires a 30 MAS to maintain optimal density. If the X-ray machine is set to a station of 300 MA, what exposure time must be selected? So this time, ang hinahanap naman natin is your time, no? So ano sagot natin for your number 27? Based sa given options na meron tayo. Hindi ko makita yung pinaka-previous shot. Okay. Letter. Letter. Okay, correct. That is letter B, no? 0.1 seconds. So, ang kailangan lang natin gawin, no, is to divide your 30 to the 300 MA. Kasi nga sa ating triangle rule, no, we have your MAS, also the time, and also the MA. So, kung ang kailangan mo, no, is yung time, all you have to do is divide your MAS and also your MA, no, to get your time. So, in this case, 30 MAS divided by your 300 MA to get your time, no, which is 1/10, no, in terms of fraction or 0.1 seconds. So letter B. Okay, 28, no? A radiograph of the femur is taken using an SID of 100 centimeter. If the object is placed at an OID of 15 centimeter, the receptor calculate the SOD. So ano nga hanapin natin? It is your SOD, no? So to give you an illustration, para mas madali natin maintindihan. So for example, this is your source, your X-ray tube. This is your patient, and this is your IR, no? So this is your SID, no? This is your ID, your source to image receptor distance. This is your OID, no? Your object to image receptor distance, and this is your SOD, your source to object distance. So for your SID, no? Again, paki-off po yung mga mics. Paki-mute po yung mga mic natin if wala pong concern or question. Okay, going back, no? So for your SID, no? To get your SID, it is basically the sum of your SOD and also your OID, no? And if, for example, ang kailangan mo is OID, minus mo lang si SOD kay SID. And same thing with your SOD, no? Minus mo lang si OID kay SID to get your SOD. So in this case, ang hinahanap natin is SOD. So ano sagot natin for your number 28 based sa ating formula and also the presentation? Number 28, it is letter B, no? So 85 centimeter. Yan. So ima-minus mo lang naman si 100 kay 15 centimeter. So that is 85 centimeter for your SOD. Okay, 29. So same scenario tayo, no? Sabi natin, SOD mo is 90 centimeter. 90 centimeter. OID mo is 10 centimeter. Anong hinahanap natin? It is your SID. So sabi natin kanina, SID is equal to SOD plus your OID. So basically, all you have to do is sum, no? Yung pag-add nyo lang tong ating SOD and also your OID. That is 100 centimeters. So therefore, ang ating answer for number 29 is letter C, no? Number 30, sabi natin, is a phenomenon that may be dramatically affect the spatial resolution when high-speed intensifying screen is used, no? Binabanggit na natin to kanina. Usually kapag gumagamit tayo ng high-speed, no? Intensifying screen, ano yung usually nangyayari or napoproduce? That is your correct. That is your quantum model. Kasi nga usually, no, less factoring na kapag masyadong mataas yung ating relative speed. Kasi nga, mas denser na yung kaya niyang ipag-provide. So therefore, nakakaroon tayo ng quantum model because of insufficient MAS. So to compensate for that, or to resolve that, no, of course, increase your MAS. Pwede po ba pabalik sa 29? Okay, 29. Sir Ebin, Mary, Porja. This is your number 29, letter C po. Add lang po si SOD and also OID to get your SID. Okay. So medyo hindi ko kasi medyo makita yung chat box, no. Info-flat kasi siya. 14 to 19 na wala kasi yun. Sige, 14 to 19. So 28 pabalik. 28 po is 85 centimeter tayo. Sige, balikan kita Ermaida mamaya, ha. 28, this is your number 28. Okay, 30 po, quantum model. Yes. Yes po, Ramos. 30 is quantum model. Letter A po. Okay. 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 Okay po tayo, 30. Okay na po tayo sa 30. Clear po? Wala na pong other questions? Okay. Okay. So, okay, let's move on. 31 naman tayo. Okay. So sabi natin, from 31, SID from 100 centimeter to 180 centimeter. But hindi tayo nag-adjust ng MAS. Anong mangyayari sa image density natin? Anong sagot natin for number 31? If no change in the MAS, but nag-increase tayo ng distance, anong mangyayari sa ating density? Of course, it will decreases, no? Usually, when it comes to your radiation intensity and also the distance, usually it is governed by your inverse square law, no? Inverse square law natin. As the distance increases, no? Like for example, if you double your distance, your radiation intensity decreases by the factor of 4, no? Therefore, 1/4 of the original na lang yung natitirang lakas ng ating radiation intensity. However, no, pag pinutol naman natin, mas kinalahati natin, mas nilapit natin yung ating source dun sa ating detector, no, it increases, no, the radiation intensity by the factor of 4, no. So it quadruples, no. So mas malayo yung ating source, mas lesser din yung density kasi mas onti din yung X-ray photon nakakarating sa ating IR. Therefore lesser image receptor exposure. Therefore lesser density, no. So the best answer for your number 31, it is letter B, no, exposure decreases kasi nga nag-increase tayo ng distance which is exactly 30 centimeter. Okay, 32. What is the grid conversion factor for 16 by 1 grid? So ito, constant value to. Ano sagot natin for number 32 if naaalala pa sa inyong principles of imaging? Number 32. Ayun, I'm so sorry. Hindi ko na naman makita yung messages. Okay, so majority of you answer. Okay, letter D, no? Correct. It is it is 6, no? So para sa mga hindi pa nakaka-remember, no? Para magkaroon tayo ng recall, we have your 9, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 16 by 1, by 1, by 1, by 1, by 1, by 1, no? So for your non-grid, no? We have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 6 value. No? For your non-grid, no, we have a value of 1. For 5 by 1 grid, we have the value of GCF of 2. For 6 by 1, 3, and so on and so on. No? For your formula naman, no, sa inyong grid conversion factor, we have your MAS1 over MAS2. Then cross multiplication lang kay GCF1 and also GCF2, no? So for your GCF, no, kung ano yung ginamit na grid ratio, like for example, gumamit daw siya sa una ng 6 by 1 grid, yung value na ilalagay natin sa formula is the number 3, no? So for example, 3 yung ginamit niya. So pangalawang grid ratio, gumamit naman daw siya ng 12 by 1, and that is equivalent to 5. Both of your 10 and 12 has the same value, number 5, no? So for example, gumamit daw siya ng 10 by 12 and also 10 by 1, that is equivalent to number 5. So magkakatalo na lang tayo sa MAS. So to have an example, let's go to number 33. So sabi natin sa number 33, any X-ray is done without a grid and 5 MAS. You decided to retake the X-ray and use 8 by 1. What was the MAS must be used? Ano sagot natin? Number 32. 33, sorry. Number 33. Ano sagot natin for your number 33? Using the formula, no, na meron tayo kanina. That is, okay, nice, good, good. So majority of you is correct, no? Letter D, no? 20. No? That is 20 MAS. Kasi nga, usually ginagamit natin tong GCF conversion factor na to. Kasi nga, as the grid ratio increases, mas mataas din yung scatter cleanup nito. So therefore, we have to compensate to the loss of the density. Of course, the higher the grid ratio, the lesser the density, no? So to compensate for that loss of density, of course, we have to increase your factor, no? Specifically your MAS. Kaya meron tayong GCF conversion factor, no? Your MAS1 over MAS2 multiplied by your GCF1 over GCF2. So in this case, so based on this question, sabi natin, sa una, gumamit daw siya ng without a grid. So walang grid. So that is no grid. That is equivalent to 1. Tapos ang sabi niya, nag-retake siya at gumamit siya ng 8 by 1. Sa ating 8 by 1, anong value ng ating 8 by 1? Sabi natin kanina, that is number 4, no? So number 4. So GCF4, 8 by 1. Ayan. 8 by 1 is equivalent to number GCF number 4. So if we're going to apply our formula, no? So MAS1 over MAS2. Okay, GCF1 and also GCF2. So and initial, no, the initial MAS na ginamit natin nung siya ay gumawa, no, ng examination ng walang grade, that is 5 MAS. So sulat mo lang dyan si 5 MAS para po ito doon sa mga hindi nakakuha ng tamang sagot, ha. Tingin po kayo sa screen. Okay, so MAS2 ang hinahanap natin kasi nga sabi what MAS should be used. So wala tayo, that is equivalent to X, no? So GCF1, yung una nang ginamit is without a grid, no? So now non-grid is equivalent to GCF of number 1, no? So sulat mo dyan si number 1, no? So pangalawa, no, nag-retake daw siya at gumamit siya ng 8 by 1 grid. And again, yung GCF na ating 8 by 1 is equivalent to number 4. So cross multiplication lang yan, no? So that is, yan, so natin siya dito. X times 1, that is, yan. Then 4 times 5, no? So, so 5 times 4, that is 20, no? So we have 1, and divide na lang natin yan sa 1. So 20 divided by 1, that is 20. So the best answer for your number 33 is letter D, no? 20 MAS. Okay, nakuha po? Malinaw? Malinaw po ba tayo? Do you have any questions? Malinaw po? If naintindihan, please send any reaction po from the class. Okay, correct. Okay. So usually talaga kailangan nyo talaga sila i-memorize yung ating yung mga specific value when it comes to your GCF kasi ayun nga, constant yun and hindi yung magbabago, no? So for example, hindi mo pwede gamitin sa 8 by 1, no? Na 8 by 1 ka, tapos ang gagamitin mo is 2. So mali na yun. Mali na lahat yung inyong solving, no? So ayan. So ayan. So let's have another example, no? Sabi naman natin, a portable X-ray of pelvis using 5 by 1 grid and 10 MAS. Tapos nagkaroon ulit tayo ng retake, no? Gumamit naman siya ngayon ng 10 by 1 grid. So anong gagamitin nating MAS, no? To consider. Okay, so sabi natin 5 by 1. 5 by 1. So initial natin, GCF1 natin. GCF1 natin, 5 by 1. So 5 by 1 natin, anong value ng ating 5 by 1? That is 2, no? Yung pangalawang grid na ginamit niya, that is GCF 2, no? Sa pangalawa naman, ang ginamit niya is 10 by 1. So that is that is equivalent to number. Yes po. Sige ma'am, pasok po. Tapos, ayan. Tapos yung initial, no? Your MAS1 natin, your initial MAS na ginamit na is 10, no? So usually, dapat before kayo mag-solve, no, nilalagay nyo muna yung mga values and at the same time yung formula para meron kayong guidelines and sinusundan din, no? So again, so going back, no, we have your MAS1 formula, MAS2, GCF1, GCF2. So, okay. So, let's put the values, no? So, MAS1, ginamit niya, that is 10, no? So, ang hinahanap natin is MAS2. So, GCF1 natin, that is 2. And then GCF natin, that is 5, no? Okay. So, ayan. So, cross multiplication na ulit. So, x times 2. So, ayan. Then, 5 times 10, that is 50, no? So 50. Then divide both sides by 2, no? So 50 divided by 2, that is 25. So ang answer natin for your number 34 is letter C, no? Okay? So, malinaw po ba number 34? Okay tayo, clear? Clear po? Ayan, okay. Thank you so much kung nagre-react dyan. Okay. Okay, clear. So ang sagot natin is 25 MAS. Okay, 35. Which radiographic technique will provide the highest density? Okay, so obviously, no, nag-compute kayo, kinompute nyo yung A to D kung ano yung value ng ating MAS, no? So, anong value ng ating MAS for your number, ano yung pinaka-highest na meron tayong MAS? That is letter? Okay, correct. That is letter D, no? Your 100 MA multiplied by your 0.256 seconds. That is actually equivalent to 25.6, no? Kasi meron ditong 25 and may 20, no? Meron tayong 20, but yung ating MAS for your letter D is 25.6. So obviously, the higher the MAS also, sabi natin kanina, the main contributing factor for your quantity, no? The mas maraming X-ray, therefore mas maraming IR exposure, therefore the denser the image. So ang sagot natin for your number 35 is letter D. Okay, 36, which of the following factors will show the highest density based on the given different factors? Anong sagot natin? Ayan, puro A yung iba. Obviously, okay, alright. Ayan, so madali lang yung number 36 kasi nga sabi natin, the higher the MAS, the higher also the density. So based on the given option, si letter A ang may pinakamalaking MAS. Sa inyong KVP, no? Ayan. Ayan, sa inyong KVP, si letter A din, no? May malaking KVP. And also sabi nga, your KVP, no, also contributes to the quantity and also the quality of your X-ray. So mas mataas yung KVP mo, mas maraming X-ray din. And also the penetrating ability for your quality. And when it comes to your distance, no, sabi nga natin sa ating inverse square law, no, mas malapit din yung ating source sa ating image receptor, the higher the radiation intensity. Therefore, higher IR exposure, the higher also the density of the image. So mas malapit yung ating SID, mas maitim din yung ating mapuproduce na density kasi nga mas malapit yung ating source. So the best answer for your number 36 is letter A. No? So ayan, higher na yung MAS niya, siya pa may pinakamalaking KVP, siya pa may pinakamaliit na distansya. So ang sagot natin for your number 36 is letter A. Based on number 37, which of the following factor will produce the higher density? Ano sagot natin? Okay, correct, no? That is letter A. So ayan, so usually nga, no, sabi ko nga kanina, no, we will focus more on the relationship, no? So kung hindi ka pa medyo ganun maganda yung foundation when it comes to the different relationships na inyong MAS, KVP, SID, no, yung their effects sa kanilang contrast, density, distortion, and also the detail, mahirapan ka, no, magsagot, no, kapag ang pinag-uusapan is yung actual quantity, like for example 100 kV, 36 inches, ayan, so mahirapan ka. So you have to establish, no, a good foundation when it comes to the different relationship. So based on this number 37, no, sabi natin, which of the following will produce the highest density? That is letter A, no? Kasi nga, siya rin yung may pinakamataas na MAS, siya rin yung may pinakamataas na KVP, and pinakaunting distance. So same scenario with your number 36, no? So ayan. So ang best answer for natin for your number 37 is letter A. Okay, 38. Which of the following factors will show the lowest density? Again, tignan natin yung questions ha. Sabi natin lowest, pinakamababa. So maputi, hindi maitim ang hinahanap natin. Anong answers natin for number 38? Again, the question is lowest density tayo ha, lowest density. What is your answer for number 38? Okay, correct, no? When it comes to your grid, no? Pag-usapan muna natin yung grid, no? When it comes to your grid, so for your letter C, we have your 12 by 1 grid, no? Siya rin na may pinakamataas na grid ratio. Therefore, the higher the scatter cleaning up. Siya rin yung merong no? Mataas na distance, 48, no? It overshines the other options na meron lang 40 to 44 and 40, no? So siya may pinakamalaki na distansya, no? And also, pinakamababa din na MAS and pinakamababa na 72 kVp compare sa the rest, no? So with all the factors na meron tayo, we should consider that letter C is the best answer for your number 38, no? Siya ang mayroong pinaka mababang density, no? Okay, correct. So majority of you guys are correct naman, letter C. Okay, correct. No, letter C, number 38. 39. Which of the following factor will show the lowest density? Lowest density pa rin tayo for your number 39. Ano sagot natin, class, for your number 39? Okay, so same scenario. So, ayan. So, okay, correct. No? Correct. That is letter D. So, at least now, no, majority of you is correct naman. That is correct. That is letter D. No? So, ayan. So, ayan. It's good thing. Again, Ma'am Berbasa, paki-off po yung mic if wala kayong questions or other concern. I-off po yung mic. Nakaka-disturb po kayo ng class. Okay. Okay. Going back. Number 39, no? Again, ayan. Wala na ako. Hindi mo sinasabi ko. Okay. So, ayan. So, as of now, no, majority of you guys are correct, no? So, nakikita nyo na yung differences ng mga iba't ibang factors, no? So, at this point, sa ating 39, again, when it comes to the different factors in your KVP, MAS, inches, and also the grid, si D ang merong pinaka mababang factors, no? When it comes to MAS and KB, no? And also, siya rin may pinakamataas na grid ratio. Therefore, when it comes to the density, siya ang may pinaka mababa. So, the best answer is letter D, no? That is your 16 by 1 grid, 72 inches and 10 MAS and 68 kVp. Kasi nga compare mo sa iba, no? 60 MAS tapos 8 by 1 lang yung grid, no? So mas mababa na yung clean up ng kanyang grid, ang taas pa ng kanyang MAS. At the same time, 90 rin yung kanyang kVp. So pag hinahanap naman natin is highest, that is your letter A. Pero in this case, lowest, so ang sagot natin is letter D. Always titignan din yung yung question. Tapusin, basahin yung question bago kayo pumili at mag-analyze ng different factors sa inyong options. Okay, going back to your number 40. Which of the following factors will show the highest density? Sige nga, ano sagot natin for number 40? Ayan, medyo madami na. Marami na yung factors natin for your number 40. Ano sagot natin, number 40? Okay. Okay, letter B daw. Okay. First of all, ano muna yung ating value ng MAS sa yung mga MAS natin for your number 40? Of course, dapat sinolve natin yan isa-isa, no? Kasi nga we're talking about density and of course, nandyan yung ating MAS. So, anong MAS natin for your number 40? Okay, correct. That is, ayan, hindi ko na makita yun. Ayan, 90. Nasagot natin for your number 40? Wait lang, for a while lang class ha. Naglalag yung laptop ko. Okay. Okay, 40. Ano yung density natin? Densities muna, yung mga MAS values natin for your A to D. Yan, kinompute po ba natin? Or hinulaan ng MAS? Okay, correct. 60, 90, 50, and 80. Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Damalerion. Ayan, correct, no? So, based on the MAS alone, no? Your letter B has the highest density, no? May effect po ba si focal spot size sa ating density? Meron po ba o wala? Of course, wala, no? So of course, you have to disregard your focal spot size. So hindi mo na dapat siya i-mind, no? Kasi wala siyang contribution sa inyong density. Panggulo lang yan, no? Panggulo. Ang main concern mo lang dito is your RS and also your MA and also your seconds. Kasi nga, co-computing mo si MAS and at the same time, titingin ka rin, no, sa effect ng RS. Sabi natin, the higher the RS, the relative speed, of course, the denser the capability na kaya niya i-provide. So, of course, the best answer for your number 40, since highest MAS yung letter B, at the same time, highest din yung kanyang speed. Therefore, letter B is the best answer for your number 40. Okay, 41. Which of the factors will show the highest density? Density pa rin tayo, highest density. 41. So again, sabi ko nga kanina, tignan mo muna kung ano ba yung may contribution. Ma'am Viray, hindi natin siya compute po ba ng MAS or kung paano pumili ng best answer sa inyong options? Okay, letter C. Okay, 41. Majority of you answer letter C. Letter C nga po ba? Okay, correct. That is letter C, no? Ano po? 40 po. Sa 40 natin, ma'am, ang sagot natin is 40 natin, letter B po. Kasi 90 MAS and 400 RS siya. Okay, for your number 41, no? Ang sagot natin is letter C, no? Bakit? When it comes to the MAS, no? Pag sinolve natin isa-isa, compute po ng MAS, sir. Ma'am, Viray, to compute your MAS, all you have to do is multiply your MA and also your time in seconds. Times mo lang po. Like for example, for 100 MA, no? For 100 MA, sa ating number 40, letter A, 400 MA, and also we have 0.15 seconds. So 400 times 0.15, that is 60. Yes po. Yes. Thank you, Sir Ramos, for also clarifying. No? So again, yun nga, ma'am, all you have to do, no, is multiply your MA and also your seconds, no, your time. No? It should be in seconds. No? So for example, you have 400 MA, multiply mo lang siya sa 0.15 seconds, that is equivalent to 60. So that is your MAS, your 60 MAS. Okay, so going back sa ating 41, sabi natin that is letter C. Bakit yung ating MAS sa ating letter C is 100 MAS? Siya may pinakamalaking MAS. So for your number 41, the best answer is letter C. Okay. Okay, patapos na tayo. Okay, 42. 42. What is your answer for your number 42? Ano sagot natin for your number 42? For 42, no? Wait lang, for a while class, nalalagyan lang siya. For a while class, dito yung screen. 42, what is your answer for number 42? Okay, sumagot sila, letter D, that is correct. No? So kung makikita natin, no, sa ating given factors, si relative speed is constant sa lahat, no, 200. No? So wag niyo na siya masyadong i-mind, no, kasi pare-pareho lang yung kanyang speed. When it comes sa ating SID, pare-pareho din, no? So magkakatalo na lang tayo sa ating value ng ating MAS, KVP, and at the same time yung ating grid, no? Kasi we have three options, no? 3 variable dito. We have your 12/1, 8/1, and also your 6/1. So sabi natin, no, the higher the grid, the lesser the density. So therefore, if yung hinahanap natin is higher density, so dapat mababang grid yung ating pipilian. So sino bang may pinakamababang grid dyan? That is letter D. And when it comes to your MAS, no, MAS value ng ating letter D, that is equivalent to 80, no, kasi nga one half ng ating 160 is 80. So siya rin may pinakamataas na MAS, no? So that is 80 MAS and also the lowest grade, therefore higher density, no? Kasi kung pipiliin mo si letter A and B, napakataas ng scatter cleanup, no? Kasi we have 12 by 1. Ikumpara mo naman sa 6 by 1 grid. So the best answer for your number 42 is letter D. So ayan, so majority is correct pa rin. Okay. Number 43. Yan. What is your answer for your number 43? Yan, medyo madali lang yung ating number 43. Iisa lang ang titignan mong factor when it comes to your number 43. That is okay, correct, no? Again, may kinalaman po ba si MAS and also your KBP sa inyong detail? Meron po ba? If nag-increase ka ba ng MAS, gaganda ba yung inyong detail? Sir Joven, paki-off po yung mic. Sir Joven. Pangalawa na yan, Sir Joven. Okay, correct, no? Thank you, Sir Ramos, Sir Alegre, Sir Arceo, of course, no? Wala. So your basically, no, your MAS and KVP na meron tayo dito is panggulo lang yan to confuse you. Ang focus lang natin is your focal spot size as we already established. Sabi ko nga kanina, the lesser, no, yung ating focal spot size, the lesser also will be your penumbra. Kung mas maliit yung ating penumbra, yung ating area of unsharpness, of course, the better the detail. So kung ganun ang ating case, kung ganun ang ating principle, ano ang pinaka-best answer? That is your letter A. Kung sino yung may pinakamaliit, that is 0.6, no? So the best answer for your number 43 is letter A, no? So again, ayan. So thank you so much po sa mga nagre-reply, sa mga sagot. Ayan, letter A daw sila. Okay, correct. Okay, 44. So same scenario, less penumbra. Which of the following is the best answer sa ating factors na meron tayo sa under 44? Ang sagot natin? Ayan, naghahabol na. Oh, that is letter D. Correct, no? Letter D. Kasi bakit, no? Same principle lang with your number 43, no? The lesser the focal spot size, the better for your detail. In this case, haluan lang natin siya ng OID. In our case, sabi ko nga kanina, when it comes to your detail and also your distortion, they follow the same base maximizer SID and lessen the OID. Sinong mas mababa, no? Of course, between your 4 inches and 2 inches OID, mas mababa si 2 inches compare kay 4 inches. And if we're going to compare your letter D in terms of the OID, okay, 2 inches sila parehas, pero mas malaki naman yung focal spot size ng inyong letter A, which is 1.2 mm focal spot size. So therefore, mas nag-outshine si letter D dahil mas maliit na siya in terms of your focal spot size and mas malapit na rin yung ating distance, which is 2 inches compared sa 4 and 6 inches with your letter B and C. So the best answer for your number 44 is letter D. Okay, malinaw po tayo sa inyong detail, distance, and also your focal spot size relationship. Malinaw po ba tayo doon? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, 45. Which of the following statement is correct regarding your GCF? Anong sagot natin? What is your answer for your number 45? That is letter B. Okay, letter B sila. Majority higher GCF means higher grade ratio. Okay, correct. Higher grade ratio will decrease patient. Ayan, ba't may nagla-letter? Ayan, may nagla-letter. Tama ba? Anong letter? Hindi mo kasi sabay kang ano. Okay, okay, ang sagot natin, 45. Data. Lang. Provide. Okay. Okay, for your number, ayan, okay. For your number 45, that is letter B, no? Higher GCF means higher grade ratio, no? So bakit mali si letter A? Kasi nga, higher grade ratio equals decrease in MAS? Of course, no. Kaya nga tayo nag-apply ng GCF, no? Kasi nga, we have to compensate for the loss of the density. So kailangan natin mag-increase ng MAS. And when it comes to your letter C, non-grid examination, sabi na is 0. Hindi, no? That is equivalent to number 1. And letter D, sabi natin, higher grade ratio will decrease patient dose. Of course, that is wrong. Kasi nga, since we compensate, no, to the loss of density, we increase our factor. Therefore, also affecting the patient dose. So tataas din yung ating patient dose. So mas mataas yung ating grade ratio, mas mataas din yung ating patient dose. So for your number 45, the best answer is letter B. Okay, so ayan. So mag-extend lang tayo siguro mga 10 minutes. Okay na yun. Which of the following statement is correct regarding contrast? Ano sabi natin for your contrast? Ano sagot natin? Which of the following best describes no, ng ating contrast? Yes. C. Okay, correct, correct. That is letter C. Many shades of gray has low contrast. So already established, no, yung ating shades of gray, no, when it comes to your higher and lower contrast. So your best answer for 46 is letter C. No? Many shades of gray has low contrast. Yung kaninang example natin sa around the the beginning of our exam, no, yung high contrast naman yung hinahanap natin. So opposite lang. Many shades of gray, low contrast. Few shades of gray, high contrast. Okay, for your 47, for post-mortem radiography, which of the following statement is best applied? Sige, anong guess natin for your post-mortem radiography? That is? Okay, so majority of you, B. Hindi si sure si Sir Ramos. Okay, pero ayan, okay, so majority of you, okay, correct, that is letter B. 35% increase in MAS. Bakit tayo nag-increase ng MAS, no? Kasi pag patay na yung ating pasyente, the pooling of blood, no, concentrates more prominently on the dorsal part of the patient, lalo na kung nakahiga nga siya, yung ating patay na tao. So, to compensate for that, increase your MAS. And sabi natin, bakit sir tayo magtataas sa sobrang taas? 35% MAS, no? Usually, since patay naman yung pasyente, hindi naman na natin masyadong concern, no, yung ating dosage, no. Ang importante for us is to image the dead, no, dead patient, no, dead individual, no, and okay, so yeah, so we have to make sure that we have enough X-ray photon, no, to pass through the patient and contributes to the image production. Okay, for your number 48, no, sabi natin, a cervical spine radiograph is taken using a technique of 400 mA. So, and using an 15 milliseconds. So, ano sagot natin? What is your total MAS? That is? That is? Okay, correct. That is 16. Ano sagot natin? B? 49.
49.
49. Ano sagot natin? Letter? Letter C, 49. 49. Ay, 40, anong number na tayo? 40, okay, 49. Okay, sige. 49, 48 pa lang tayo, 48, okay. Nag-skip nga siya isa, okay. Okay, so sabi natin, what is the total MAS? If meron tayong 400 MA and 15 milliseconds. Again, yung time natin is in milliseconds. So what is your answer for your number 48? Number 48. What is your answer for your number 48? That is, okay, correct. That is letter B, 6 MAS. So all you have to do, no, is to convert muna yung ating 15 milliseconds. Kasi nga in our MAS, no, to compute your MAS, dapat it is in seconds. Eh, yung ating given kasi is nasa milliseconds, no? Yan, milliseconds. So normally, your 400 MA, multiply mo lang siya sa time, which is your 15. Kaso nga lang, we have your value ng ating time is in milliseconds. So, convert muna natin siya into seconds. So, hindi mo na kailangan ng formula. Move mo lang yung decimal natin. Sa ating prefixes, 10 to negative 3. Yung ating yung milli, no? So, yung decimal point natin is from your 15 nandito, no? So, move lang natin siya ng tatlo. 1, 2, 3. So, magiging 0.015. Multiply mo lang by 400. That is your MAS, no? So that is 6 MAs. MA. So answer natin for number 48 is letter B. Okay. 49, same scenario. What is your answer for your number 49? That is? Okay, correct. That is 60 milliseconds. So same process pa din. No? Before you multiply or divide depending on the scenario, i-convert mo lang muna si milliseconds no? Bago natin siya gamitin sa ating formula. Kasi in our formula, MAS tayo no? In seconds. No? So okay, so same principle with your number 48. No? Convert your MAS, your milliseconds, and then use mo na sa ating triangle method. So lastly, sa ating 50, dalawang beses tayo magko-convert. So anong sagot natin for your number 50, no? Anong sagot natin for your number 50? Sino nakakuha for number 50? Anyone? Okay, sabi ni okay. For your 49, that is 60 milliseconds, letter C. 49 po is letter C. Yes. 60 milliseconds. Okay. Okay, so for number 50, okay. 48. So 48, balik, ayan po yung ating 48. 6 MAS. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, for your 49, sabi niya, paano daw compute? Okay, sure, no problem. So for your 49, so sabi natin we have 200 MA. Ang meron tayong time, ang hinahanap natin is yung ating time, no? In milliseconds. And we also have 12 MAS based sa ating given, no? So again, ang hinahanap natin is your time, no? In milliseconds. So in our triangle method, we have your MAS multiplied by your time and MA, no? So para hanapin natin si time, divide mo lang si MAS and also your MA. So we have 12 MAS and also 200 MA. So ano sagot natin? 12 divided by 200. That is that is 0.06. This is in seconds, no? This is in seconds form. So para maging milliseconds siya, move mo lang yung decimal point tatlo to this direction. Yan. Yan. So 0.06123 0, so that is 60 milliseconds. So that is letter C. Okay tayo, sir? Malinaw po? Okay. Okay. So lastly, sa ating 50, sabi natin, nasagot nyo, majority of you answer letter A, no? Okay, no problem, Sir Florencio and Pingol. Ayan, ganun po sinasolve natin yung number 4 niya. Okay, no problem po. Okay. So, okay, so for your number 50, okay, sabi natin ang sagot nyo is 20 milliseconds. So, first of all, bago tayo mag-solve, alamin muna natin yung ginamit na MAS natin. So, we have your 300 MA. MA. We also have your 40 milliseconds. And sabi natin, nag-doble tayo ng MA. So, naging 600 MA siya. Ngayon, ano ang gagamitin nating time? So bago natin siya i-solve, no? Ang first step natin to solve your number 50 is to get your initial MAS. Ayan. So since again sa ating formula naka-seconds tayo, no? Sa ating time, no? Naka-seconds tayo. So we have to convert your 40 into seconds. So from your 40, convert nyo lang, move 3 decimal, 1, 2, 3. That is 0.040, no? Seconds. Then multiplied mo yung 0.040 natin sa ating 300 MA. That is that is 12 MAS. Okay? 12 MAS. So since 12 MAS, no, ang kailangan natin, nagdoble daw tayo ng MA na 600. So divide lang natin siya. MA. So 12 divided by your 600, that is 0.02 seconds. Again, this is still in seconds. So para ma-convert natin, move mo lang ng 3 decimal points. So from 0.02, 1230. So that is 20 milliseconds. No? So the answer for your number 50 is letter A. So nakuha po ba ang number 50? Malinaw po ba? Nakuha naman. Thank you so much. And sabi ni sorry class, natabunan na siya. Lagi po bang 3 decimal pag magko-convert? Yes. No, kasi sa inyong prefixes, that is -3 down to -3. Tatlo lang kasi milli tayo, milli. In your classical physics, no, we have your prefixes, no? Ayan. Sa inyong pag sabi nating milli, -3, no? So tatlong movement lang. Okay, so ayan. Session na class, medyo natabunan kasi yung messages and dalawang screen kasi ako. So hindi ko siya talaga nakikita. Ay, 1,000 na yun nandito. Okay, may question?